Well, if it isn't the most hated duo of Kep1er, Dayeon and Bahiyyih. Long time overdue. Someone sat down and talked about how stupid it is that people are hating on them. Also watch the entire video before making any comments. Let me start off by saying, if you say you don't hate them but hold resentment towards any of these girls for making it instead of your favorite pick, then oh my. Resentment towards these innocent girls who wanted to fulfill their dream like any other trainee on Girls Planet 999. That says a lot about you. It's not their fault. Go be mad at Mnet for robbing your favor, at the people for not voting enough. Stop getting lost in your head by being biased. I see you people saying things like blah blah blah, something high-key insulting and negative, but I don't hate them. Yes you do. Just because you don't say it doesn't mean we can't tell you. If you want to clear things up about episode 9 and why it happened, you can skip to this timestamp. Bahiyyih's case is simple. She has a famous brother. She wasn't in the top 9 until the final episode, and then she made it into the debut lineup, and now people are mad. Looking at the lineup, it's very obvious it's not rigged, so let's move on to the real thing. The audience. Before the show aired, it's true that Bahiyyih gained attention and was popular due to her brother. It's Mnet who brought up her brother in the episode. Poor girl did nothing. Now, after the show started, it is up to the audience whether they choose to support her or not. At the starting, she might have not made the best audition, but as the show went on, people quickly saw her potential and decided to support her. Moas said they'll be rooting and voting for her, which is literally their own decision. If they saw potential and wanted to support her, what is the problem? Mnet tossed her aside after mentioning her brother. She got little screen time and yet made herself survive as the episodes went by. She might have not made it into the top 9, but we all know the reason. Many talented Korean trainees got eliminated due to the cell system, and people only distributed their votes between a few trainees, plus there were filler picks. If you paid attention to the 99% support votes on Universe, you'll know that Bahiyyih was always popular. The one-pick system changed everything. Filler picks fell to the bottom, and the top spots were taken up by Korean trainees. Yes, Korean votes hold more weight, but it's true that a majority of people have Koreans as their one pick, and let their guard down by not voting for the popular members. For example, Dayeon has always been very popular in Korea. You cannot blame her fall in ranks on simply xenophobia. Bahiyyih has a strong fan base and they supported her when it was most necessary. Let me quickly call the haters out on their hypocrisy. Example, Urina and Bahiyyih are equally skilled. Yes, you heard me right. The thing is, Urina is a better singer than Bahiyyih, but Bahiyyih is a better dancer than Urina, and we don't know about their rapping skills, so that's neutral. You're mad cause Bahiyyih has a famous brother. Stop being hypocrites. Stay mad, haters. She's debuting and one of the most popular members of the groups now, so go cry about it. Dayeon's case is complicated, so listen carefully. Yes, the Korean number 1, as deserved. To everyone who thinks she doesn't deserve that position, know that the signal ranking were voted by the judges and the trainees, which means even though the masters thought she deserved it, the trainees could have easily found others better, but guess what? She's still K1, so stay mad. Now starting, both Dayeon and Yeyoung were robbed of the top 9 candidate sticker, and I didn't get what this meant.
1, 2위 친구들은 영상에서도 1, 2위였고 지금도 뭐 1, 2위인데 맞아요.
What even? Guys, I'm telling you the pants were a setup. Now this unfortunately influenced the public negatively, and she wasn't as insanely popular as the C1 and J1, yet she still made herself survive and consistently ranked high. Things were going smoothly, and then came the iconic, the one and only, ice cream performance. Now, she skyrocketed to popularity, and when I meant she became popular, I mean it. She quickly rose to become one of the most popular Korean trainees as people finally started seeing how talented she is. It was this time when she was praised for her leadership, which we could see that Dayeon was confident in before the performance even started. She did an amazing job, got recognized for it, and we even got to see her as the dance leader in Kep1er's view. Meanwhile, Cai Bing was having communication problems within her team. You can check what she really said. I'll leave the link in description. The two started getting compared when it came to the snake team. Let me make this clear. She wasn't angel edited. Cai Bing was evil edited. Angel edited? You mean herself? The trainees themselves said that everything on screen about her was true. If you think the masters praised Dayeon for nothing, You look like a clown. No, seriously. Admit you're salty and biased. After the members appealed for Dayeon as a leader in Snake, fans quickly took to Cai Bing's apparent bad leadership skills in Snake and salute. And then, episode 9 happened. This is when everyone took their brain, threw it on the street and let it get run over by a bus. Now is the time for clearing things up. If you didn't know, Kep1er is unable to join the Chinese market due to Chinese regulations by the government and will probably mainly work in Korea. So Mnet will try to debut as many Korean trainees as possible. Did Mnet do that broadcast to support Dayeon? Of course not. Look yourself in the mirror and tell me you thought, oh, they're showing her mum and her room. Okay, I'll go vote for her, as Mnet gives her biased screen time, which everyone noticed. Dayeon is unconditionally criticized by people. In Korea, support for Dayeon had skyrocketed since the ice cream performance, which means she'd been amassing a lot of the votes, which in turn resulted in other K trainees being on the verge of elimination since the other trainees are receiving comparatively few votes. Mnet created criticism against her to disperse her votes among other K trainees. But of course, the editing wasn't enough, was it? They also randomly out of nowhere decided to show the interim votes. This made everyone distribute their votes, and people started distributing their votes. But as Dayeon kept her popularity in Korea, internationally everyone lost their brains, and as they saw Cai Bing's rank fall, they realized they fell for Mnet's evil editing and then proceeded to fall for another Mnet strategy, and then started the extreme hate. It's not like she wasn't getting it before, but now everyone jumped the bandwagon. Whatever it was, Mnet got what it wanted. With Korea's support, remember that Korean votes way more. She ranked high. By the way, there are people who think she gained more than she lost. A Reddit user created a chart which estimated the difference between Korean and global ranking during the final. Would you look at that? The amount of hate is ridiculous. She's probably the least popular member internationally. I never thought I'd be siding with K-Nets, but here I am. Mnet isn't stupid. The Korean audience is used to what they do. I was honestly disappointed in how gullible the international audience was. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Anyway, be quiet and support these talented girls as you should. Any slander towards them or any of the Kep1er members will be deleted. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe. That's all for today. Toodles noodles.